up everyone, I hope you're doing alright. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're here for the first time. Today we're going to be building a cottage. I'm not really sure if this one counts as a cottage. It kind of is, it kind of isn't, I don't know. I didn't really have any build inspiration for this one, and initially I didn't really know what I wanted to build when I started planning this video, and this video is also quite late. I normally upload on Tuesdays, but today's Thursday as you're watching this, if you're watching on the day that I upload. So yeah, it's quite a late upload for me. I'll talk about why that is the case in a little bit, but I do want to quickly talk about the build and give a quick overview of it and everything. So yeah, like I said, we're building a cottage. This house is for up to 2 Sims. I could have probably fit more bedrooms if I'd have really put the effort in, but I don't know, it didn't really turn out that way with the floor plan and everything. So it is just for up to 2 Sims. So it's got 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and yeah, space for Sims to eat. It's got a little bit of a back garden and living room and everything. And there's a couple of skill building items. And yeah, I use the packs, Get Together. What else did I use? Seasons. Oh my god, I never remember what packs I use. I should really write them down and then like mention them in the voiceover, but I am very like unprepared today. My concentration levels are just non-existent at the minute, which is partly why this build took a bit longer than usual. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like my ADHD were like, oh, you've been having an easy life, have you? Well, not anymore. I don't know, I just feel like extra easily distracted. I feel like I can't concentrate very much, and I don't really know why, because it's not like, I don't know, it's not like there's anything really going on. I think it's just a multitude of things. I think I'm sort of getting to the end of the summer holidays, kids go back to school soon, and I'm like ready for that. I'm ready for my normal routine. We also visited my partner's family. That's very like taxing on me. It's very draining socially, mentally, physically also. But yeah, I feel alright. I just feel a bit like I can't really concentrate, and I've not really been able to concentrate that much on this build and editing, and even the voiceover. I feel like I've had to start it about 7 times because I don't know how to talk anymore. But yeah, that's partly why the build is a bit later than usual and why there'll only be 1 video this week. I really want to try and upload twice next week, and then because next week I can get back into normal routine and everything will be sort of like going back to normal. Streaming will be coming back, but there's just been like loads going on. I don't even know where to start with it. But yeah, I didn't really say what packs I used. I know I used Cottage Living. No, I didn't. That's the one pack that I didn't want to use. I feel like whenever I build a cottage lately, or at least since Cottage Living came out, I feel like we have it a bit too easy building cottages. So I thought I'll build one that doesn't use Cottage Living. But I did use Get Together. I used the bowling stuff pack just for the like brick wall thing on the exterior. I used Seasons. What else did I use? Nifty knitting, I believe, because I wanted to place down some like rocking chairs. I also used Parenthood as well because I wanted to use the Parenthood counters. And that's it, I believe. I think that's all the packs. As always, they'll be in the description, the ones that I used. But yeah, so it's built in Windenburg on this 20 by 20 lot. Those are the packs it uses. It's for up to 2 Sims. Is there anything else I need to mention about the build? I don't think so. If you want to download it, my gallery ID is HutchPlays. And if you want to check all my social media, that's in the description as well. Might as well throw that in there. But yeah, in regards to plans and the reason why my videos have been a bit like slower and a bit less frequent, it's only been 2 weeks. I don't know why I'm not really making a big deal out of it, but I thought I'd mention it because whenever I watch somebody, and I don't know if this is because I'm just nosy or what, but if ever I watch somebody and they normally like upload weekly and then they miss a week, I'm always a bit like, oh, I wonder why, I wonder what they've got going on, I hope they're alright and all that sort of thing. So if you're nosy like me, then you'll get the answer, because I'm nosy and I'm also an oversharer. But no, there's not really to overshare, but basically the past weekend we had like a bank holiday, so like Friday, no not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yeah, it don't really matter what days the bank holiday was, but we had a long weekend. And me and my partner went up to visit his family. He lives further, he doesn't live further up north, he lives with me. His family live further up north, and yeah, we went to stay with them for a few days. It's very like draining on me socially. Like I enjoy socialising with people, but I just find it exhausting, especially when it's like different people every day, majority of the time, all day long. And if we weren't at home socialising with family members, we were at somebody else's house socialising, or we were out like on the town looking round at stuff. We visited like this castle that they've got there, which were really nice. But again, there's like people there. We went to a bar and had like a meal out. It wasn't a bar, it was a restaurant, but either way, we had a meal out. That's quite like a lot for me. It's quite loud, there's a lot of people, you know, having conversations, you're eating food. It's just a lot, and when I don't go out that often, having to do 4 days of it is quite like, oh, a bit difficult. But yeah, I'm glad to be back home now, but I do feel very like, I don't know, like I feel like I just can't catch up on everything that I need to do. So, you know, when you go away and then you come back and then you've got like, even though it was only like 3 days, 4 days, whatever, even though we only took a small suitcase with us, like literally one of those like carry-on little hold-all suitcases, and it would just mean my partner's stuff, so obviously there wasn't a lot of things. But I don't know, like I feel like the house is a proper tip and I just can't catch up, because I'm like catching up on the stuff we missed, all that washing that we have to do, there's like ironing to do, there's like kids stuff to sort out, it's like back to school week next week, so oh my god, it's just a lot. And also I'm bunny sitting again for my kids' grandma, nanan, whatever, so that's another thing, which it's not that taxing, but you still got to be aware so that the rabbit doesn't like bite some wires and electrocute themselves and die. Like I really don't want that to happen. So yeah, I don't know, I just feel a bit all over the place, and like I said before, I just feel like I can't concentrate very much. I feel like my head's in several different places at once. So yeah, videos are going to suffer because of it, but mentally, like health wise, I feel alright, like I feel happy and stuff. I just feel a bit like, I don't know, tired, and I just feel like, I don't know, it's weird because I've had 4 days off. Like I didn't stream, I didn't make stuff for Instagram, I didn't do anything like in regards to making content, but I still feel like I need a break from doing it, even though I've only just started like back to it again. I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling and I'm not really making any sense. But yeah, I did want to say as well, in this voiceover, the Not So Berry streams will be coming next week, I hope. I'm hoping Wednesday, but we'll see what happens first. I don't want to make any promises I can't keep. If it's not next week, it'll be the week after, just because I've got to like plan some stuff out and have some goals in mind and stuff, and I want to really like crack on with the career when I start. But yeah, if you don't know what I'm on about, go to my community tab. On there I did a poll a while ago asking if people wanted me to continue the Not So Berry challenge, which I did a let's play on, or if people wanted to see me stream it on Twitch, or just scrap it altogether, or stream it on YouTube. So I'm going to be streaming it on YouTube. I'm going to do another poll asking what day is best for people. I'm likely going to do a morning stream just because it's easier for me to put it together, but I am going to ask people like what's best. A large percentage of my audience is American. I think most of my audience is, so I've got to take the time zone into account for that, because obviously if most people vote they want to see it on a Wednesday morning, then that's what I'll do. But if people are not going to be like Wednesday morning for us is, I think it's like afternoon. No, it isn't. I don't know what it is. Either way, I'm going to do a poll for that. So keep an eye out on community tab if you're interested in watching the Not So Berry challenge. I also want to get back into like a better schedule with streaming as well, because I've just completely neglected it and not really put any effort into it at all. Not even like effort, but just exhaustion, and I don't know, summer holidays just proper like messes me up. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the routine. Like the routine's totally changed. I've got like young children around me a lot more than I'm used to. There's usually like a lot of stuff going on. Like you tend to make more plans during the summer, don't you? Because you've got like time to. And yeah, I don't know. The heat hasn't helped, but it's been alright lately. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just ready for things to go back to normal routine, normal things happening, and then I'll be alright. But yeah, I feel like I could do with a week off life, to be fair. Just go away, but like away to a secluded area, not like away on holiday to somewhere busy. Like I could do with going to like a log cabin for a week or something and just doing no, Although I would miss the internet, so I don't know, maybe I should do that. Everybody always goes on about like having a week off the internet and how it like clears your brain and it sort of gives you a reset, but I don't know if I find the internet like mentally taxing or if I find it like a lot. I don't know. I've never really done that. And it's weird as well because my main form of like human interaction is through like devices and through social media and going on WhatsApp to talk to my friends and stuff. So if I just took a full break off like social media, I wouldn't be talking to anybody. The only person I'd speak to would be my partner, so I don't know. Also, my partner's got like a tooth infection, so he's been off work for a couple of days, and that's another thing that's been like difficult. Not to make everything about me, but you know when someone's in pain and you just can't do out and they're just constantly like not complaining, it sounds like I'm slagging him off, but you want to do something, you want to help him, but you literally can't do anything. Like there's nothing you can do to help him. He's been to the dentist and everything and he's got an appointment, but it's not for like another 2 weeks, so yeah, it should be fun sort of seeing him through that. And yeah, I guess it'll be like a test for us because normally I'm the one that's moaning and complaining that I'm struggling with something, and he's very like good at helping take care of me, I guess. Is that the right word? Assisting me, supporting me. And I feel like I'm not good at looking after people or helping people, but I think it's just because I don't know what to do. And when someone's in pain, all you can really do is give them some painkillers and like get them stuff that they wouldn't want to get up for, you know what I mean? Like he's in pain, so he doesn't want to get up a lot. He just wants to lay down, which, I mean, fair play. I've never really had bad toothache, but I have had ear infections and they are the worst things ever. I would go as far as to say that an ear infection, when it's like really painful, is worse than like childbirth. And I've done that twice and that does fucking hurt. So yeah, ear infections are pretty bad. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel a bit like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'll just be sat there going, it's okay. Like it's actually not okay, it's in a lot of pain, and I'm just like, it's okay. You're okay. I'm here. Like what are you supposed to do? I'm not very I don't know, I don't think I'm a very good caregiver, but I don't know. It's what it is, isn't it? What you're supposed to do when someone's in pain, just comfort them, don't you? But yeah, hopefully that passes soon because well, no one wants the loved one to be in pain, do they? But yeah, I guess I'll talk about the build a little bit. I didn't really have much in mind for it. I kind of just made it up as I went along. I did some planning like off camera before I recorded and that. But I weren't really sure like the style I wanted to go with. I kind of just let the packs decide. Like I just put things down that made sense. Obviously, like I said, I used Seasions, Parenthood, Get Together, and they took up like the bulk of the items that I put down. I also used some stuff from Nifty knitting as well, and I didn't use a lot of the stuff from that pack, but I used the stuff, like I used like settees, a couple decorative items, and yeah, I felt like I could have used more. I were going to use some of the debug stuff, but we've just had a patch update. By the way, update your game if you haven't already. But yeah, we've just had a patch update, so my Better Build Buy mod, I don't know if that weren't working or if it, oh, do you know what it was? I think it were working. When you get a patch update, sometimes if you've got the Better Build Buy mod by Twisted Mexi, when you load up the game and you select Organize Debug in like the filter bit in build mode, it'll tell you to restart your game so that the Organize Debug actually works. Well, I don't think I restarted my game, so that's probably what the problem was. But with the Organize Debug, it just allows you to, like what it actually says, organize the debug menu. So I could have filtered it by packs, showed the debug and live edit like menu thing, and then it would have come up, because there's a lot of debug items in Nifty knitting. You know, the stuff that your Sims can actually knit. There's like little teddies and some other stuff. I wanted to put some of them down, but well, I guess it don't matter now because like I said, I didn't actually organize the debug, so I didn't find them and I didn't put them down. But yeah, I guess it don't really matter. I guess it gives you a chance for your Sims to put those items down themselves if you wanted to download this build. But yeah, like I said, I didn't really have much of a plan really for the interior. I felt like at the time I just wanted to build quite a cozy looking house, somewhat realistic, and yeah, I think that was mainly the thing that I went with, to be fair. I wanted to use the Parenthood counters again because they are one of my favourite counters. I did another build recently. Was it that realistic family apartment thing that I did? where I use the Parenthood counters. I would definitely say these are one of my favourite counters in the game. I really love the Dream Home Decorator ones, but for a more sort of like realistic or say like rustic traditional sort of build, I definitely prefer the Parenthood counters. They're really good for like farmhouse builds as well. I'm thinking of doing a farmhouse. I've not done one for a while. I kind of want to do like a semi-modern one, you know, where it's like the family's bought a farmhouse and then they've like renovated it to be more modern on the interior. I want to do a build like that. But yeah, I also need to crack on with my save file. I haven't forgot about it. It's just been, do you know what it is? There's a park, well there's not, there's a lot in Foundry Cove that I want to be a park, and I am very intimidated by the idea of building a park. I don't know what it is. There's just, I don't know, I think it's the layout and the idea of it and if it's going to look right. So we'll see what happens. I'm also very intimidated by the park, like the main park in Willow Creek, so I might not actually build a park. I might just build another house, but I'll see. Like I said, we'll see what happens. I'm not really sure what sort of mood I'm in for that. But if you do want to see another build for the save file I'm doing, or if you don't know all about it, should I say, I'm building a base game save file of Willow Creek. So I've been doing like loads of base game builds and stuff. Well, I said loads. I think I've done, how many have I done? 1, 2, I think I've done 4. So I've not done loads, but no, I've done 5 because I did one on stream. So if you missed that one, feel free to check out my streaming channel. That's always linked in the description. But yeah, I did a build on that as well. But yeah, I will crack on with that. That's what I mean though, it's the summer holidays, everything's just like behind and all over the place, and I find it really difficult to like record and plan builds and stuff when you've got to be a parent like 24/7, you know what I mean? Well, not 24/7, but you know, your kids are at home, they're not at school, so they need more attention, they need more supervision. I don't want to be like disappearing off to office all the time. So yeah, it's just been a bit difficult to like balance it all. And as I said, I think in my last video, when I've got like a lot on my plate, the more important things are always going to come first, and my YouTube channel is at the bottom of the pile in terms of importance. Well, to be fair, actually, the state of my bedroom at the minute is what's at the bottom of the pile because it's an absolute state. So I think while this video is like rendering, I'm going to tidy my bedroom. Well, I say that, how much we betting that I don't actually do it. To be fair, it's not just my responsibility, but my partner has got a tooth infection, so it is my responsibility in this case because there's nobody else that can do it. But yeah, I will crack on and do that at some point, more than likely. Who knows? No, I'm going to hold myself to it. I'm going to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to just crack on while the video's rendering. While the video's rendering, I'm going to tidy the bedroom, and yeah. Oh no, because I need to get a bath. Choices, what should I do? Should I take care of my personal hygiene or my other personal hygiene in the form of my bedroom? No, I can do both. But yeah, it's just a lot in it. Life, it's hard to like do it all. But yeah, I will say as well, for the living room, I did want to put some of the Nifty knitting stuff in there so that your Sims can knit. I never really play with it, so I hope that like basket of balls, the knitting balls, I hope that those are the actual object that your Sims use to knit. I get confused between the knitting and the crochet stuff from, no, it's not crochet, is it? What is it? Is it crochet? No, sewing things. What is it called? You know that thing where your cottage living, it's like you get like a hoop and you like sew on it. Cross stitch, that's it. Not crochet, cross stitch. I was close. I always get confused between the Nifty knitting activity, like the knitting activity, and the cross stitch one, but I do think they are separate skills. Or did you even get a skill with the Nifty knitting one? I can't remember. This is how much I do gameplay. I don't even know how the game works. But yeah, we're just about to move on to the back garden. I wanted to keep it quite simple and like a sort of, how can I explain it, a gameplay friendly layout, because it is a very narrow but like long garden. It's like long and skinny. So I just put some bins in the corner. I put a little bike in the corner as well, which is classed as base game, but we got it with Cottage Living if you pre-ordered it. So if you didn't pre-order Cottage Living, you won't have that bike show up in your game, so sorry about that. It's kind of annoying, isn't it, that we don't have any like actual base game bikes. We should. I don't know why we don't have them, but yeah, just keep that in mind. If you didn't pre-order Cottage Living, then you won't have that bike show up. But yeah, then I just put down some basic flowers. I also put down a barbecue thing, a little place for your Sims to sit and eat, some gardening boxes, and I put down the sunflowers a couple of times just because I thought that the Sims that lived here, maybe they could have some sunflowers. I couldn't tell you what type of Sims live here. I were thinking like grandparents at first, but I'm not really sure. Maybe the sort of like trendy grandparents, I'm not sure. But yeah, I also put down some bee boxes because why not? And yeah, then that's really about it for this build. Sorry that the voiceover were like proper rambly. I didn't really know what to talk about for this one, so I thought I'd complain to you, tell you how hectic life is at the minute and how I can't concentrate. But yeah, it is what it is. I know a few of you will relate to it. I think most people can relate to not being able to concentrate on stuff. But I know a few of you are like me and have ADHD and are autistic, and you know, maybe some of you are parents as well, so you'll relate to that side of things. I don't know. But I know a few of you will, because I've seen your comments from time to time where it's like, oh my god, I'm like that as well. Which is, it's nice for me to like read, but also it's nice for me to like, I can explain it. Like before I knew I had ADHD, I didn't really see people talk about stuff like this. So it's nice when I see people's comments, because it's like, oh, they get to see people like them talk about it, and that must be nice because I never had that. Which sounds a little bit salty, doesn't it? It sounds a bit like I'm being resentful, but no, I don't mean it like that. I just mean like it must be nice to relate to people, and it is, because I relate to people now that people talk about this stuff on the internet, whereas they didn't used to, or at least I never saw them talk about it. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave you to watch the screenshots. If you feel like suggesting any build ideas, feel free to in the comments, video suggestions, build suggestions, even like sim suggestions, whatever you want to suggest in any way, shape or form, always welcome. Also feel free to like suggest any games as well, because I do stream more sort of variety on Twitch, so I could always do with some game suggestions that people would like to see me play. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I hope you all have a good week and a good weekend, and if you do want to watch me on Twitch this weekend, I'm going to be streaming Friday, Saturday and hopefully Sunday. Anyway, love yous. Bye.